Boy, the coverage has really turned on Joe Biden. Andrea, all those breathless reports. He's going to make a decision by last month, by last week, certainly before the debate. He's going to make a decision in the next hour. How does that all look now?
Well, for a non-candidate who has not spent a cent on advertising, he's just getting a constant gift about that. I again think with the debate that hyping up, there's a podium that's empty backstage. That was all part of it to gin up interest, and it may well have paid off. I believe the only person who knows if Joe Biden is going to run for the presidency is Joe Biden and possibly his wife.
And he may not know right now, but you look at the headlines in the aftermath of the debate, Mercy. Washington Post, Biden faces a complicated path. New York Times, skepticism that'll find a foothold. John Carl on ABC said his moment has passed. So the media were begging him to get into the race, and now...
They want a horse. The media wants a horse race. They want
now everyone's saying it's too late.
Right. So after this strong performance by Clinton, the media just jumped on and basically said this love affair is over with Biden. But that lasted for about 48 hours because now they're back saying, wait a second, he might jump in again.
He needed both Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton to implode, and they did not.
This sounds like...
They should do like a clock, like a time clock where it's like they're counting down the seconds of when Biden may announce or not.
This sounds like a high school romance. Like they wanted Joe and Joe wouldn't date them, and now they're going to move on to someone else.
Well, we're running out of things to say. We're waiting for Joe. We're waiting for Joe.
The media never run out of things to say.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think that it's like, well, maybe he won't run. And so, changing the narrative like that. But I have a feling that we're going to know soon whether or not we will have Joe to kick around in the
well, there
next
are
debate.
filing deadlines coming up.
And that's the thing. That is actually hard deadlines that he's going to have to make or break.
And when you read the stories, like the USA Today, they literally one of the first quick quotes was, "There is no path for Joe Biden." Or Mike Allen came up, in USA Today. So it's basically the idea of saying Biden prospects may dim after Clinton's performance. And that first quote that was listed in that first three lines was, "There's no."
The press is so fickle.
Yes.
But at the same time, we all understand that Joe Biden is the only person who can change the political landscape for the Democrats right now. So maybe we need that in this election.
And even then, it's questionable how much of the landscape he's going to actually change. Because if you look at the polling, and he may get a bump if he gets in, but it's still only around 11%. I think it was the last poll I saw.
We want a race.
They want a race.
And I think this also reflects that journalists don't believe that Bernie Sanders can ultimately win the nomination, even though he's had a pretty extraordinary few months. But then Biden's close pal Ted Kaufman, former Delaware senator, put out a memo obviously designed to be leaked to the media saying, well, wait, he might still do it. He's going to run with heart. And that's kind of kicked up the speculation machine
That's right. Then again, the media is kind of saying, well, we might still have a crush on Joe Biden, but everyone's just waiting. So I think this is a waiting game for the media.
It's so easy. You put out one memo and then you get all of these.
It becomes a news story.
But had Bernie Sanders not completely shut down her greatest vulnerability in that debate, maybe he would have announced by now.
It was a missed opportunity.
And probably Larry David wouldn't have been on Saturday Night Live.
Which would have been a real shame.
All right, Jackie Kucinich, Andrew McCarran, Mercy Schlepp. We'll see you in a bit. Ahead, the Robert Redford film about Dan Rather's biggest blunder is out. Is it the whitewash that some of us predicted? But first, President Obama in a contentious interview on 60 Minutes, and the New York Times reporter who obscenely insulted Jeb Bush.